Relationships. Mjolo the pandemic, mjolo wanyisa, relationships are tough, relationships are not worth it these days, relationships don't work out these days. Well, I disagree, and here's my view on relationships. First of all, a romantic relationship is a partnership of two people coming together, forming a union because they have the same vision in life, they have the same things they want in life, and most importantly, they have the same belief system and they have the same family values. Yes, at first, you're gonna fall for somebody because you like them, love at first sight, you're gonna be attracted to them. But that's not what you commit to them for. That's why there's a phase in a relationship where you guys will get to know each other to determine if this is the person you can spend the rest of your life with, this is the person you want to commit with. You are trying to find out if you've got the same belief system, you've got the same vision, and you've got the same family values. Because if you don't have these things, then later on you'll find each other having a lot of conflicts because you cannot reach common ground, because you do not believe in the same things in life, and then you do not want the same things in life. Look at the relationship like a partnership, a business partnership. When you guys get into a business partnership, first of all, you will negotiate the terms on how the deal will unfold. Those terms are there to protect each other's interest in the deal. Nobody does as they pleases. You have a responsibility to your partner and they have a responsibility to you back. They have accountability to you and you have accountability to them back. The same thing in a relationship. When you are in a relationship, you have an accountability to your partner. You have a responsibility to your partner. At some point, you're going to have to answer to your partner, and they're going to have to answer to you back. In a relationship, there's rules and there's boundaries. Why? Because boundaries and rules are there to protect you. They are there to protect your partner. But in these days in a relationship, you'll find people telling you you're a control freak for trying to enforce your rules and your boundaries because you're trying to protect yourself. You can't just go into a relationship blindfolded and hope things will go your way, whereas you're not doing anything to make sure things go your way. So it's very important to have rules in a relationship, and it's very important to have boundaries. When somebody crosses a boundary, you call them to order and you say, hey, you're crossing the line now. This is not why you and I are together. And if they continue to stay outside the boundary, that means the both of you don't want the same thing. You don't belong together. People will tell you you are a control freak. But then tell me about a single union in life or an organization that doesn't have boundaries, that doesn't have rules, that doesn't have code of conduct, that doesn't have policy. You will never ever find it anywhere else. When you get a job, there are rules, there are terms and conditions, there's code of conduct, there's a policy that you must adhere to while you are at work. That's there to protect the company and then to protect all the employees, to keep them in line, to keep them in unison. But then when it happens into a relationship, people want to tell you you are a control freak. People have got these excuses of you don't own me. What do you mean I don't own you? We are in a partnership. You have to answer to me. I expect things from you. I expect you to behave in certain ways. I expect you to conduct yourself in a certain ways when you are out there. Because when you are out there, you represent me. And when I'm out there, I represent you. Relationship have got expectations. Why am I with you if I don't expect anything from you? There's roles in a relationship. I've got a role to play in your life. You've got a role to play in my life. Why am I with you if I don't expect anything from you? If I can do all things by myself, then why am I with you? Why are you with me if you can be by yourself, you can be single, and still be able to do all these things by yourself? Why am I in your life? Listen, everywhere you live, a community has got a certain standards they live by. They've got a certain rules they live by. A country, a nation, they've got the rules. A country has got laws. Yes, you are a free citizen in a country, but then you cannot abuse your freedom to a point whereby now you are hating other people, you are abusing other people. There's rules you must adhere to. The same thing in a relation. That's why relationships don't work these days. People don't want commitment. People don't want responsibility. People don't want to be held accountable. There's rules everywhere. Rules are meant to enforce discipline. You will never achieve anything in life, not just in relationship, if you don't have discipline, if you don't have something or a standard you have to hold yourself to. So if you want a relationship, expect responsibility. Expect to be expected to have certain things or to do certain things in relationship. Expect to be held accountable. Expect rules, expect boundaries. You can't be with someone and then want to do as you please. It doesn't work like that. That's why we say relationships are tough. Relationships don't work out these days because nobody wants to commit. Nobody wants to build. We just get into a relationship and then we fold our arms and we tell the person, make me happy. Do this to me. Show me why you want to be in a relationship. Show me you want to keep me. Whereas you're not doing anything yourself. There's a saying that says, giving is receiving. You have to give in order to receive. Because by giving, you're trying to show somebody, this is what I also want. You can just come into a relationship and then be a guest. It doesn't work like that. You have to work in a relationship. You are tag teams, you are partners. When I go out there, I'm fighting out there, the world is beating me up, I come back home, I expect you to cheer me up. I expect you to have my back, I expect you to encourage me, I expect you to be my support system. And I'm supposed to be your support system as well. I'm supposed to cheer you up and I'm supposed to encourage you. That's why we are together. We are joining forces. We are joining resources. We are joining our wisdom. We are joining everything so that we can be one and we can go take on this thing called life. Relationships have got expectations. There's no such a thing as loving someone unconditionally in a relationship. The only person who will love you unconditionally is your mother and your father. Those are the only two people that can love you unconditionally because they wanted you, they brought you into this world. But me as your partner, you were once a stranger to me. I lived without you before. So what makes you think I can't live without you now? Yes, you are going to make my life better. You're going to add some value into my life. But you are not my life. And I'm not your life. It's a two-way street. People just want to be served in relationship. They want to make the other person their slave to provide everything they want in life. It doesn't work like that. Reciprocation, guys. I do for you, you do for me. And we don't even count. We do these things spontaneously. That's what relationships are supposed to work. Because you don't want to commit. You don't want to adhere to the rules. You don't want to have boundaries. Boundaries are there to protect you. As soon as somebody crosses a boundary, they cross the line, that means you are in danger. They no longer serve you. And that's when most people get hurt. Somebody crosses the boundary, they cross the line, that's a red flag. You ignore the red flag, you'll be crying later. It will end in tears indeed. Protect yourself in a relationship. Don't be blackmailed into you are a control freak because you expect your certain things from your partner. Why am I with you? Why are you with me? Why are we together? If you want to live freely, go out there and live freely. But don't expect to be in a relationship and act like you're single. You are not single. You are with me now. I'm with you. I'm supposed to act accordingly and you're supposed to act accordingly. Relationships are partnerships, just like in business.